Hello and welcome everybody. How's it going? Welcome back to SpeedCon 23. Glad to be here again. And with this lovely game, as announced, Love 3. We're going to see this today. It's a game that was released at the end of 2021 in December by the developer Fredwood. Fredwood is probably, well, the name is not very well known, but one of the games that he's also working on and is involved with. Because that game is Deltarune, and I'm pretty sure you've heard of that game. Now, Love 3 itself is a 4-bit aesthetic platformer. Some people compare it to fan games. When I select the mode here, you will see I choose the time attack mode, which is great because, well, this is what we speedrunners want. It has the fastest respawn time, it has an in-game timer, everything you would need in speedrunning. And also we're going to see the category Love 1 plus 2 plus 3 in the remastered versions. Fredwood, the developer, has added the levels of the 2 previous Love games in this game as well. Also, before we start, one thing I want to say, which is kind of nice and charming. 4 years ago, I did show the predecessor, Love 2 Kuso here. That was actually on my 30th birthday that I showed that game over here at SpeedCon. And now, yesterday was my 34th birthday, and now I can show Love 3, so it's kind of a nice cycle. I think this is very charming, and it shows that we are very happy to be back at SpeedCon on site. Well, without further ado, I will start the run. I see this is the button. I suppose I have to press this. We're going to start in 3. Hang on, how do I do this? I press right with the right. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go! All right, here we go. This is Love 3. Well, actually, now the level is Love 1 because we're going to see the levels from the first Love. First, obviously, the levels are back-to-back, so this is a seamless transition between the level sets. We have 16 levels from Love 1, 25 levels from Love 2, and 25 levels from Love 3. That is 66 levels in total. I am this white figurine. Its name is 5-8. They're named this way because they are 5 pixels wide and 8 pixels tall. And I move with a speed of 1 pixel per frame, so 60 pixels per second. And I have to go through these environments. The backgrounds are always black, then white is my figurine or hazards, such as these spikes. I'm not supposed to touch them or I will die, like this. Oops. And a third color, which is the ground of the level. Here, for example, it's orange, but every level has its very own ground color, which is kind of cool. So now we're going through these levels. We can run, we can jump, and we can also set our own checkpoints. Like here, when I leave this sparkly thing behind, this is a checkpoint. Whenever I die, I will respawn back at that very checkpoint that I just set. However, the checkpoint must be set at a space where it is safe. It can't be hit by an obstacle, by an enemy, and it cannot. It is not set on a moving platform. So on solid ground, checkpoints are safe to set. And I can also, if I want to, I can use a self-destruct button, so that will death warp me back to a previously set checkpoint. So whenever I mess something up horrendously, I can still get back to the checkpoint. If the checkpoint gets destroyed, it gets set back at the start of the level. Alright, we got the pillars with a flat Eric head here. Now we're going up here, and I can just do a little shortcut here. And if I'm positioned in the middle, I think that should be good. Hopefully, yeah, it's good. Alright, so I can just smoothly sail down. I don't have to move at all. So, yeah, these levels are from the first Love game. Actually, since I'm playing the remastered levels, you might be wondering, what does remastered mean? The game Love was released... Okay, now I don't want to say anything wrong. The game was released first as, I think, a free game, but it was released as Love Plus, again later on Steam, and I think that was released in 2014, if I'm not completely mistaken. And in the time between Love 1 and Love 2 Kuso, Fredwood, the developer, has made a tremendous progress in his ability of pixel art in this 4-bit aesthetic art style. And for Kuso, he was so kind and included the Love 1 levels in a remastered fashion. So they looked better than in the 2014 version. And in Love 3, he, well, as you could see in the category name, he did not only include the Love 1 levels, but also the Love 2 levels, and also included them both in their original version from 2014, as well as in their Kuso Remastered version. This is the reason why we're gonna play the Remastered Love 1, 2, 3 Remastered category. So, as you can see, each level has its own theme and its own color. So here we have to dodge these saw blades. And when you speedrun the game, it is, well, when you start learning it, oh, that's nice. I didn't know this would happen in this remastered version. Oops. Okay, now I have to adjust. This is exactly what I'm talking about. So when you learn the game, you will go always in the best possible cycle. You will try to get the fastest way through the levels. However, if you mess up a cycle in a run, then you don't quite remember how to properly back this up. So this is the main challenge in the run, is that you want to be able to get back into the flow, although you're not on your used path anymore. And sometimes this can make or break a run. So here I have a bit of a downtime. So maybe Flo, if you want to plug the charity really quick, now would be an excellent time for that.
Oh, of course, anytime. Give me just a second here. Alright, let's talk a little bit about Save the Children. Did you know that every day 15,000 children die before their 5th birthday? And these mostly die from preventable causes. And Save the Children does whatever it takes to ensure that all children survive, learn, and are protected through these 3 global goals by 2030, which is, first, that no child should die from preventable causes. Second, that all children should have access to quality basic education. And thirdly, that no child should be a victim of violence. If you think this is a noble goal, then we would ask you to donate. You can do so by typing !donate in chat and following said link. And yeah, maybe also put some money towards the amazing incentives that we have coming up. But I think I've been talking long enough, and I will just throw it back to you, Zed.
Thank you so much. Yeah, it's a fantastic cause. Save the Children are a great organization. They have an absolute top rating on Charity Navigator, so there is absolutely... You don't have to be... I mean, I understand if you're skeptical, and it's always good to question things, but there's no reason to be skeptical of this organization, and your dollars are safe with them. SpeedCon does not see any of the donation money. Bring them in. Every single dollar helps, and you know, since I'm feeling generous, well, not that generous, but since I also wanna have an incentive to donate something, as you might see, I'm not very. In some levels, I'm better than in others, and I think for every 5 deaths, I can definitely spare $1 that happened throughout this run. And I'm pretty sure there will a bunch of deaths will accumulate in the end. So if you want to, there's another one. If you want to, you can just get along and do the same. There will be a stats screen at the end. Okay, so fun fact, now we're in level 12 of the Love 1 level set. Originally, the original Love levels were done after level 12. After a while, the developer updated the game and added levels 13 through 16. So now we're in level 13. That's the first one of the new Love levels. And funnily enough, there is a YOLO mode in the game as well. YOLO means you have only 1 life and have to get through the whole game. And I really wanted to have the achievement for that mode. So I was really mad when I realized I now have to play through 4 more levels without dying, and yeah, I got to the final level once only to die in level 16. I was so mad when I thought I would have had the achievement already. I beat it in the end eventually, and it was a fun challenge, so thank you, Fred, for this fantastic YOLO mode, and I'm glad that you never implemented the YOLO achievement in the other games. Now we have reached level 16 of Love. As I said, this is the final level of the Love level set. What you might notice here is that in this level we can see a lot of hazards and mechanics that we have encountered throughout our journey through the 16 levels. And that's a cool thematic thing that is that is a part in the Love games. The final level is always like a remix of existing hazards. Whoop, that was not intended. Okay, come on, hang on. We got this. Yeah, so it's always cool to see that you like see all the hazards again that you went through in your levels. For example, these elephant trunks right there, or this moving big ring, and these moving platforms. We've all seen them. Now here's the teleporters, and now we're reaching the end of the screen. And you can see the level transition is seamless. So now we've seamlessly transitioned from Love 1 to Love 2 Cusco. Original released only as Cusco in 2018, if I'm not mistaken. Cusco is... I'm completely butchering the pronunciation, by the way. I'm sorry. Whoops, I'm sorry about that. Is a... It's a curse word that is, I think, in Japanese and, as far as I'm aware, also in other Asian languages common. Well, it's a word that you would say out loud whenever you die for the umptillionth time when running a game as hard as Love. Actually, the game is... Love is a series that is easy to learn but hard to master. The levels are challenging but not too hard. Like it's not a Dark Souls of 2D platformers or anything. But as soon as you get into the speed run of the game, you can see there's so many strats and skips that you can learn and have to get the time saves. That's extremely challenging as well. Okay, that's not what I wanted. So one of the main things I want to try here is to never let go of the directional input. As you have seen, I kind of already messed up at the start, but I try to, you know, make quick jumps and not get hit by these white beams, because as I've explained at the start, white often means hazard, but white can also mean interactable, like trampolines that we've seen like here, and also switches, as we're gonna see later. Whoops. Okay, gotta do a bit of timing. Alrighty. Moving further, and now around here. I'm running the any percent category in this game, which means I don't collect, well, I collect an arbitrary amount of collectibles, such as this thing right here. That's a collectible. Each stage has a collectible. And if you want to get the nice 100% stage, you have to collect the collectible from each stage. You also get a special ending. Fun fact about the ending, I will explain this later in Love 3. By the way, no hitbox in these white things. Alrighty. Recently, we had a little bit of a debate regarding the category of 100% and any percent, because we found a new glitch in the final stage, which we're also going to see in the run later, hopefully. Okay, that's good. I will explain as we get there. Here, I need to get it. Oh, that was bad. Now I'm off cycle, so now I have to like sort of improvise. I'm gonna try and play it safe here. I'm gonna actually play it super safe. Problem is that this platform here is very much off cycle with that one. Alright, I got it in the end. Good. Now don't touch the trampolines, because they will put me up in the static, and now I'm in the Greek flag layout. Shoutouts to Paulister, Greek runner of the game. Whoops. Here we have cannons that are trying to aim at me, but if I'm fast, I can get around. Do a checkpoint here. Alright, got it. Excuse me. Alright, you just saw me a few times doing the self-destruct button. That helps me like repositioning myself, and that's faster than just climbing back up. This is why I keep spamming the checkpoint. The checkpoints are in the final stats. Are in the final stats counted. However, there's absolutely no penalty of putting many checkpoints. And since we don't care about our grade, we just care about speed, we can set as many checkpoints as we want. Whoa, okay, that's unfortunate. Okay, next level I really have to focus a bit. Okay. Nah, that was bad. Okay, there's actually a pretty cool strat here. But can't have everything. It's a marathon run, after all, so no reset runs don't always go perfect, but that was fine still. So here I have to jump here, I have to jump over here, and I have to jump. Alright, I jumped too late. I never get this jump, for some reason. If you're interested in running this game yourself, because if you think this looks fun, firstly, it is a fun game, also casually, not just as a speedrun. I can highly recommend it. It costs currently, €8.19 on Steam. Well, of course, it depends on your region, but that's what it costs here in Germany. Costs probably a similar amount in dollars, not exactly sure how much. And it is absolutely worth the price. The developer is kind and nice and very very helpful for the speedrunning community, and there's many very nice people in that community as well. I can recommend interacting with them. Alright, so in this stage we have these disappearing and reappearing platforms, and I'm trying to get them so I can get across. Alright, okay. That was not good. Alright. Trying to optimize the cycle, but sometimes you try that and make it worse, like I'm doing right now, but it's fine. I think I should still be able to underestimate. Famous last words. You can see here I'm trying to set checkpoints on disappearing platforms, and they are just going. So here's a little shortcut. Due to the gravity being different than in Love 2, it's a different platform where you have to fall down. Oh, nice. Where you have to fall down from. So I always got this right at the start, since I also ran Love 2. But once you know what platform you have to look out for, it's no longer a concern. Banger music in this stage, by the way. And also keep in mind these well, the apparatuses that you can see here coming along. These were first introduced in this stage in Love 2. And one might wonder, what are those? Will we see them again? Well, I won't spoil anything. Okay, fun fact about this stage. These drills right there in the original Love 2 did not have a hitbox. But Fred patched them in for the remastered levels in Love, for the Love 3 level set. For the Love 2 level set in Love 3. So now I have to avoid them. Still a quite short stage. Alrighty, now in this stage we have these stomping units here that are need to not run into. Got the jump. Okay, that's good. Now I get the cycle here, run across down. Alright, now. That's a bit. Yeah, okay. Okay, you have to be careful. Oh. Should have made a checkpoint in the middle. Anyway, now we're through. Okay, this one is... Okay, I think it's not really possible. Oh, no. Unfortunate. It's fine. Okay, I have to stay hidden here. Don't put a checkpoint where it can get destroyed. Good. That's my favorite music in Love 2. Coming here, I like it because it has kind of a nice bittersweet vibe to it. And now... let's see if I can get this in one go. And I got it. Nice. That's cool. We have a bit of a chill moment right here. So, Let me think. I think this is the... Do you say this in English? Penultimate? The previous level to the penultimate level. So yeah, we are approaching the end of the Love 2 Crusoe level set. Here I'm never sure when it's safe to jump. Okay, right here. Set checkpoint here. So maybe now would be a good time to remind people of incentives or if anything. I haven't checked the donation counters. I don't know if anybody donated, but if not, you might just let people know about donation incentives.
Oh, for sure. We have coming up later tonight Touhou 6, the embodiment of Scarlet Devil. We are looking at an extra stage run as incentive. Currently at $35 out of $100. So if you want to see that extra stage run in Touhou, some extra bullet hell, then go get your donations in for that. However, if you're more a fan of some classic old RPG action, then we've got the Illusion of Gaia randomizer for you. And we've got the boss shuffle in there with shuffled boss locations. If that is more up your ante, then you can donate for that. That is currently at $0 out of $50. That is tonight, so there's still a little bit of time left to go, but hey, might as well get those donations in early and get that goal done early. That is all we currently have on donation incentives. We do still have some more bid wars, but you can find more about those if you type !incentives in chat. Anyways, that's all from me. Back to you, Zad.
Thank you. Yes, if I may add to that, I can confirm, try not to snipe any incentive, because sometimes donations need some time to get processed, and you want to make sure that your donation amount is being counted towards what you want to put it towards. Alright, so this was the final level of Love 2 Crusoe. You could see that it also had a lot of the elements that you remember from the previous levels. And now I have entered the final 25 stages of Love 3. Oh, that was unintended. I needed to jump there. So we're actually like over 2/3 through the run now. In Love 3, the developer really took more... it was more important for him to, you know, give each level like a specific, how do you say, gimmick or mechanic. So here you have these switches and this platform that was moving, and right here I have to, you know, go pop, get these keys. I have to collect these keys to destroy the walls. However, fairly recently, or if I don't make it completely wrong, we found this little clip here. It saves a bunch of seconds, and this is one of these games where every second is huge. Okay, and this level is a water level. Everybody hates water levels. If I'm really fast here and I don't think I cut the corners close enough, and now that's not looking good. Yeah, that's not good. I'm sorry. I tried. Okay, now it's over. If you're really fast there, you can make this in one cycle, which is pretty cool. But unfortunately, I'm just not good enough. There's some incredibly good runners in this game. I probably forgot to mention everybody here. Recently, a runner I know from the Limbo community, Sad David, started running the game, and I think he has extremely good times. Basically, there is also one thing I can mention. There is a segmented run for this category, for the any percent category of... what am I doing? Okay, sorry. Talking and running is hard sometimes. There's a segmented run for the any percent category of Love 3. The run made by GameGuy and I did the editing for that. If you want to see an incredibly great run, you should check that out. But yeah, shoutouts to all the Love 3 community, shoutouts to Fred, shoutouts to James Bennett. The soundtrack is amazing, by the way. It's also available on Bandcamp and Steam if you want to listen to the tracks without the game. It's kind of funny because when you run the game, you only know certain segments of the tracks and you forget that they go over a certain point because you never take longer than a certain amount of seconds for each stage. And that's also kind of sad because the music is pretty good and each stage has its very own music track. So now we go down here. Also want to give a big shout out to Charbunny, former world record holder of this game. She also made a tutorial series last Christmas actually, during the last December. During the time she made a 25 days of speedrunning series, which was awesome because she went through all the RTA speed strats. And if you think you want to learn the game, I can definitely recommend 25 days of speedrunning Love 3 by Charbunny. So on this stage we have switches on that we have to stand on to activate these surroundings to move. Speaking of being on a Switch, this game is also on the Switch. So if you want to buy the game on the go and you don't have or you can't afford a Steam Deck, then the Switch is also a platform where this game is available on. Yeah, it's great to see that the game is available on multiple platforms. And but on the PC version, actually, now that I'm talking about version differences, we did recently get a level editor, or not really level editor, but more a custom level feature. So you can make your custom Love 3 or Love anything levels. And it's quite cool because you can be very creative with the possibilities. Okay, this stage is jokingly called the pinball stage by one of the runners, Happen Wanna. Shoutouts are going out because it kind of up there it kind of looks like a pinball machine. It's also a very, very long stage. I have to make sure to get it. I kind of missed the optimal cycle, but that's fine. We're gonna make it through. I think, yeah, we're very, very well within estimate. Okay, I'm gonna take my time here. Alright, now I messed it up, even though I took my time. Okay, get through there, take the corner. Whoops, alright. Looks good, that's bad. Okay, cool. Now getting down here. Cool. Level 13. This is one of the worst levels in the game. Not because it's badly designed, but because it's so tedious to deal with. If I'm fast, I can make it through. Nice, I made it through. Awesome. So this cannon I need to... Okay, I think I heard it destroy some of the blocks. The white blocks are permanently destructible, and when you touch them, you lose a life, like this, or you respawn. The purple blocks, they are also destructible, but only temporarily. And they will also respawn, and you can touch them and walk on them if you need to. So now I need to have this showing upwards. All right, got it. All right, I told you earlier. Please remember these pods of the one level, because now we are going to fly in one ourselves. These are called helipods, and movement inside of them is actually incredibly hard. I'm trying my best to maneuver through there. I'm gonna take an extra checkpoint right here on the solid platform. Alright. Okay, whatever. Yeah, this one has been going not too shabby so far. I would really welcome it if it wouldn't get destroyed now. Alright, level 15, which is kind of the midterm, but we're not gonna look. You're supposed to do like four little puzzles here. However, we're not gonna do them. We're gonna take this helipod and just fly it across the room to the exit, all the way there. Dang it. Saves a lot of time because we don't have to do the 4 puzzles. But this level has very tight cycles. There we go. Oh no! Weird. Okay. Alright. Oh, good. My checkpoint was not in danger, so I could just respawn there. Good. So, final Donkey Kong stage. Well, it's not really Donkey Kong stage, but it's kind of... It looks like these stages with these rolling balls or rolling barrels. Whoops. Kind of look inspired by Donkey Kong. And this is why also Happenwanna, one of the runners that I mentioned earlier, likes to call these stages Danky Kang. Kind of like Donkey Kong, but not quite. So here, I need to maneuver through the fire bars. Alright, got it. I like to cut my jump short here. In this level there is a trick that I'm not gonna do. I'm gonna do an easier trick, which is more marathon safe. I'm gonna spam checkpoints here. Go down there. You can see I collect these keys and the walls destroy. Now I collect this one, and I just did a complete respawn to the level start instead of just a respawn to my previous checkpoint. That saved me some time. It's the only time in the game really uses this. You can set a checkpoint to an earlier point that you would not like respawn to the level start. However, that way, if you do this, you have to set checkpoint very early at the start of the level, and then you must not die any other time, because you must like get around without setting any other checkpoint, because that would override the checkpoint that you want to keep, and you want to prevent that. Okay, here this is kind of sort of auto-scroller like. Alright, so far so good. Alright, okay, this is like a more of a vertical level layout, where I have these little thingies. I like to call them ghosts. That was not intended. I have to avoid them. And oh, come on. Okay, I'm gonna play it safe. I said I'm gonna play it safe. Alrighty, here we go. Threading the needle. Okay, don't hit me, thank you. Oh, why did I jump? I always forget that I don't have to jump here. Okay, there's a trick that I will not do here because I don't have the muscle memory for it. Yeah, there's a very active speedrunning community for this game. I kind of forget everybody how to give out shoutouts here. I mean, we have Paulister. I've mentioned Happenwanna. I've mentioned Charbunny, Game Guy SD. I've mentioned Set David. There's so many more of you, and I can't remember you. But there's May. There is. I'm so sorry that I mess up everybody's names because my brain doesn't want me to remember all of you. Know that you're loved, and if you want to be part of that very community as well, we are on the official developer Discord. So the developer is very helpful in regards to updates of the game. Get in touch. The link is on speedrun.com. So here I take this helipod and then I destroy this part of the level. Now I have a gap here, and I spawned a new helipod because I want to use that. Excuse me? That is awkward. I want to use that helipod to get up here. Okay, I'm gonna take it slow because sometimes I mess this up due to speed. Alright. Using the trampolines here can be pretty hard sometimes. This is the penultimate level. We have these box cutter knives here that I have to avoid. I'm setting a checkpoint up there. Go down and activate the switch. No, dang it. Go to the left. I'm looking at my timer. Interesting. Okay, this stage here I'm supposed to do 4 keys. However, there was a trick discovered. There's actually a more consistent setup, which I have kind of forgot the muscle memory for it, so I'm gonna use the... Oh, nice, first try, that's pretty good. I'm using the old strat, and I just clip through the wall, and I can walk to the left, and I can go to the level ending. This way I don't have to do the 4 the 4 puzzles, and that's time. So now you saw I skipped a very substantial part of the level. You can even hear that the music is kind of overlapping, which is not intended. That's the reason the developer has patched the game and made that if you use that exit, you can't get the 100% anymore, which I think is a fair deal. So you have to do the full level because the ending is actually something relevant to the 100% run. And now there was a 32, 58, 20. I did 134 deaths. I'm super bad at arithmetic, especially when I'm on camera, because so I will not be ashamed if I just double check the number that I got in my head. That's I will round it up to $27 that I'm gonna donate later. And also this run, if I'm not mistaken, is actually a new PB. Yeah, there was a new PB. 3rd place in the leaderboard. You can see there's a lot of space there. If you saw me play, just play a little bit better and you bot me easily. Happen Wanna, who I've mentioned earlier, is there. Hello to the community. I see there's the developer in the chat as well. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Always great showing this game. I can't stress enough, it's a great speed game. It's a nice casual game also, and I think the developer deserves your support if you want to buy the game on Steam or itch or on Switch. Yeah, I think I've given all the shoutouts. I'm sorry for everybody I forgot. I love you nonetheless. And thank you for SpeedCon for having me. And with that, I think we are ready for the next run.
Alright, thank you very much, Zed, for this very loving run.